Hey guys, it's me, I'm back. I seen Godzilla 2 days ago. I seen it on Friday and today, no. I seen Godzilla on Saturday and today's Monday. Sorry, I can't count. um, but basically, I'm gonna do my review now. And, yeah, so Godzilla is a movie directed by a guy called Gareth Edwards, and basically it's Godzilla. Godzilla. Yeah. By the way, this review, my review right now will contain spoilers. So if you don't want the movie spoiled, then I recommend you go and see it right now, and then come back and watch my review. And then if you agree with me, then leave that in the comments below. So yeah, Godzilla is a movie directed by Gareth Edwards. Obviously it's a remake. The one in like 19... I can't remember when the last... I don't think... I've not seen the original, but I've seen this one. But yeah, this movie is just basically... well, it starts off with a guy called Bryan Cranston, who is also the he plays Walter White in Breaking Bad, which I was really surprised to see him in that, because he is just one of the best actors I've ever seen in my entire life. Like that scene when he was in like the what's it called? Like the little like place where they were like asking him questions and all that, and it was like, I deserve answers. Oh, that was unbelievable. I was almost in tears. Almost. Oh, he's such a good actor. But yeah, it basically starts off Bryan Cranston and Aaron Taylor-Johnson, who actually plays Kick-Ass. He's in it as well. Yeah, they start off Bryan Cranston. Yeah, sorry, I blacked out for a minute there. But Bryan Cranston actually works at like a power plant type thing. Him and his wife work at a power plant, and something goes horribly wrong because Bryan Cranston's wife Bryan Cranston's wife takes a couple of like employees down into like the sub level of like the power plant, and something goes horribly wrong. Like and then like water comes like shooting. I don't know. Wait, I think it's just steam or something. I don't think it's water. I think it's just steam. Basically, it's coming for them, and then Bryan Cranston has to shut the door, otherwise they're all gonna die. And then like there's this big like emotional part with his wife, and it was just horrible. I really felt sorry for Bryan Cranston. But then it takes off after that. It takes off, I think it's 15 years later, I think. And yeah, Aaron Taylor-Johnson is a soldier and he has returned to his little family. But Bryan Cranston is still looking for his wife. He doesn't believe that she's dead, but obviously she is dead. But he just doesn't want to get that in his head. So yeah, Aaron Taylor-Johnson decides to go over and help his dad with his like research and stuff. But yeah, the place that Bryan Cranston left all his like research in is his old house, and that entire area has been quarantined. So they have to go into like a quarantine area and get all the information back, and obviously they get caught and they get took into this the place where, you know, like they're talking to Bryan Cranston and he's like, I deserve answers. That's when that happens. And then something goes horribly wrong. Horribly wrong. If you are a big Godzilla fan, you'll know about the creature called the Muto, who is the second creature in this movie. It basically escapes, and Bryan Cranston dies. yeah, he dies. I was so surprised, and I will mention that later because that's a thing that I was really like, what? And it left me thinking, is he going to come back to life? Is he dead? But I'll mention that later. So the Muto starts wreaking havoc across the world, and then they have to call in the big guns, Godzilla, who is, in the start, they're like, oh no, take it down, it's going to kill all of us. But Godzilla just wants to kill the Muto and then get back underneath the water and get on with his life. But that first scene, when you first see Godzilla, like, come out, like the water, and like the Muto like does this like puny wee roar, and you're like, oh, that's cute. But then like the camera turns around and it just focuses up on Godzilla on his face, and he does that big loud like badass scream roar, and I was like, holy shit. I knew right there this movie was gonna be fucking awesome. So yeah, basically Bryan Cranston, I really didn't like how Bryan Cranston died, because in the trailers they showed like so much of Bryan Cranston, and I know that a lot of people who were watching the trailers were like, oh my god, someone from Breaking Bad is going to be in this movie, I have to go and see this. But he dies, and he's only in like half the movie, and then when he dies, that's just it, no more Bryan Cranston. And I was really let down by that, because I really think he could have played a much better part in the movie. But I don't know. What else? Let me think. I am trying to think. I'll talk about the Muto. The Muto is basically this like, well, basically in the movie there's two Mutos, alright? There's like a normal one that just like walks, which is the girl, I think that's the woman, and then there's this like flying one which has wings, and if you watch there's a clip on YouTube, I think, called Let Them Fight, which shows Godzilla for the first time, like his entire body and his face and stuff. But the monster at the start, which like swoops in, that's the Muto with the like the wings. That's the Muto. But I also didn't really like the fact that there wasn't that many fight scenes, because there was this one scene, alright, well, actually there was two scenes which I was really let down by. The first scene that I was talking about, where like the Muto does its little pathetic roar, and then Godzilla does God, that was the worst impression ever. But yeah, Godzilla does his like scream roar, and then you're like, oh man, this is gonna be good. But then it jumps onto another clip of like the woman, which is Aaron Taylor Johnson's wife. She is played by Elizabeth Olsen. Yeah, it like jumps onto a clip of her and her son is watching the TV, and you can just like see them fighting, like Godzilla and the Muto fighting for like a little bit, and then it just cuts off. I was really disappointed about that. Like, I want to see them fight, but then no, it just turns off. And then again with the let them fight scene, like obviously Godzilla is like, oh hell no, you ain't taking down these people, and you're like, oh man, some shit is about to break down. And then basically it shows like a POV shot of Elizabeth Olsen running away, and then she basically goes into this like cargo thing, and then like it's closing, and you can like just see like Godzilla and the Muto fighting as it's closing, and then it closes, and then you don't see the rest of the fight. And I was like, I want to see them fight, for God's sake. But yeah, the end scene, well, yeah, like the end scene was just awesome, because you finally get to see them fight in action, and nothing can take down Godzilla, nothing at all. And in the beginning of the last scene, Godzilla gets his ass whooped. He gets his ass handed to him. Then he comes back, and just comes back and just fights right in. If that makes sense. Basically, one of my favourite scenes was actually two of my favourite scenes was the two POV shots of Aaron Taylor Johnson. Basically, my favourite scene in the entire movie was the POV shot of when he jumped out the plane. I was blown away by that shot. It was just incredible. It was amazing. And like, it takes like a while to like get down. He's just like falling and falling and falling, then like eventually you see like Godzilla's head like rise out the clouds, and then he's like just like falling down, just like looking up, and you can like see the Muto and the Godzilla fighting. Oh, it was amazing. And then there was another POV shot of when Aaron Taylor Johnson was like running through the streets and Godzilla and the Muto were fighting. Those were two of my favourite shots in the entire movie. They just blew me away. And the special effects were amazing. One of the best special effects movie that I've ever seen in my entire, probably the best special effects movie that I've ever seen in my entire life, actually. The only problem was I actually seen this movie in 3D, but I was a bit let down by like the 3D, like the 3D stuff, because there wasn't that much like 3D stuff. Like, not a lot of things were like coming out of you and stuff, and I was a bit let down by that. And there's probably going to be like commenters saying there was a lot of 3D stuff, but I didn't think that there was that many. But apart from that, this movie was probably the best movie I've ever seen in my entire life, by far. 10 out of 10, and I thought Bryan Cranston stole the show, and I recommend this movie to anyone. Maybe not 3D, maybe IMAX, but not 3D. Not 3D. But apart from that, 10 out of 10. I absolutely loved Godzilla. Let me know if you guys want any more movie reviews. There's a lot of good movies that are coming out. Maybe some horror films as well, because there is. I was looking at some horror films that were coming out. Like, for instance, there was The Quiet Ones. That is out right now, but I've not seen it yet. I want to see it though. It looks really good. And there was also Oculus, which I really wanted to see as well. That's not out yet, but it's coming out. It looks really good. And the new X-Men actually looks amazing. The trailer for the new X-Men came on in the movie, and oh, that looks amazing as well. But as I say, it's up to you guys. If you guys want me to do more movie reviews, make sure and let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, make sure and leave a like. Also subscribe and support the channel. It really helps. So, hope you fellow gamers have enjoyed the video. I will see you guys another day, another time, and in another video. Peace off. See ya.